How's it going, man?
Oh.
So how'd it happen?
I don't know. Happened pretty fast. One day we were sharing beers together. Next he was sick.
Was it hard for him? I didn't even know anything was happening until a few days ago when you called me.
You know how Ben was. Didn't want me to say anything.
You realize how crazy that is, right? We didn't have some big fight or something. I mean, we
Just grew apart.
even halfway across the country didn't help. I feel like there has to be more they're doing for him. I mean, he has to have a service or something, right?
Ben was a weird guy. Besides, his parents, they're going to do something for him in the next couple months. I do know this. Like, specifically for us, what Ben wanted us to do was to meet with his lawyer.
Good morning, gentlemen. Thank you so much for meeting with me on such short notice. Marcus Fitzpatrick? Oh, so that makes you Ricky Garcia. Mr. Johansson requested that I say this as simply as possible.
Aren't you supposed to give us some sort of legal nonsense or something about a will?
Well, I am bound by the terms of the will not to. Ben was a bit of an eccentric.
What's the combo?
Ben wanted you to know that the combination is marked in spray paint in 3 different places.
Jesus Christ.
Kidding me.
I'm only in town today. I have to catch a train in the morning.
Well, I am only obliged to tell you what Ben wanted me to. There's nothing saying that you have to open the briefcase. But first, Mr. Johansson wanted me to tell you, Marcus, to look for him in the place that you always found most beautiful outside the city.
This is a joke, right? I've never found this city beautiful. Literally, the river is a swamp you can walk across.
Second, for you, Ricky, to look for him in the place where you found God.
Seriously? Ricky is literally the most atheistic person I have ever known.
Well, I mean, I like to think of myself as a non-denominational, anti-theist, agnostic, but, semantic.
You believe in no God.
And finally, for the 2 of you to look for him in the last place you ever saw him.
The riverfront curve. So, this is supposed to be beautiful, huh?
So this is the only view in the city that didn't suck.
So this is the one place in the city that isn't a festering garbage heap?
Well, you position yourself just right. You have to see the city at all. I can't wait to get out of this dump.
I see what you mean.
What do you mean?
Well, look at the bridge. It's beautifully blue and symmetrical. I can see it. It takes the right angle.
Is this some sort of metaphor for how I should find the good in the city and the world?
No, that would be stupid. No, it's more than that. I love you, man. It's just, you always look for the negative in a situation. Like, remember what you said to me when I put on that Speedo?
Jeez, man, you look really good in clothes.
This place, it's all just temporary. The way you react to things, it's gonna follow you for the rest of your life. Lighten up. I'm not saying there is a God, but I don't think there's enough evidence that you can really prove there isn't.
I think it's pretty simple, man. Honestly, I don't like the whole get up. Knowing there's no God makes me want to just make the most out of my life. It's more freeing, you know?
I don't know. I mean, I never really thought of myself as a religious man, but I don't know, something about just looking over the river on a day like today and seeing everything. I mean, could you imagine someone like me existing as a random act of nature? No way. I'm a carefully, intentionally constructed human being.
Yes, Ben. You're the most intentional human being I've ever met.
Come on, guys, let's celebrate. Old Marcus is getting out of town. He's never coming back.
I didn't say I was never coming back.
Oh, come on. We know you're never intentionally coming back.
Or would intentionally find something nice to say to reassure us.
I said I might come back.
You said you weren't saying never. An intentionally ambiguous comment with a negative connotation.
And you're intentionally being an asshole.
Oh, come on, Marcus. Ben's just being Ben.
That's the highest compliment I could ever be paid. To Marcus. My favorite sourpuss is moving on to the greenest pastures the Midwest has to offer.
How about to you, Ben?
Oh, Marcus, don't leave like this.
No, I'm not saying anything bad. You are the weirdest asshole I've ever met and somehow still talk to. You always say something unexpected, but somehow it feels like it has meaning behind it. And for that, I thank you.
Wow, Marcus, that was surprisingly nice.
Yeah, something's wrong with Marcus. I think somebody spiked the whiskey.
I think that's the whiskey.
To Ben Johansen, the most intentional man I've ever had in my life. To Ben Johansen, the most intentional human being I've ever met.